Hello again. Welcome to Melanated Genetics, the #1 supplement company for African Americans. Today, from near and dear, I want to discuss heart attack. And one of the things I want to mention first is, even in the church, when you go to the altar, people pray for three things: finances, relationships, and guess what? The third is health. They're saying my loved one is in a terrible condition. And you even hear the pastor says, hey, we need to pray for this XYZ, this one, Z. But guess what? God has given us wisdom. He has given us wisdom. And one of the largest challenges that is faced in the African American community is, guess what? I'll give you a second. It's heart attack. It's a quiet condition that people do not realize that close to 400,000 to 500,000 people a year die of a massive heart attack. And a heart attack is systemic of stroke, major blood clots, pulmonary embolisms. So when we begin to look at heart attack, I want to just discuss this very quickly. So in the African American community, we eat foods that are highly acidic, right? High in fats and high in toxins. One of the reasons, if you begin to look at the African American community and begin to look at economic prowess, you will see that the average person in America makes possibly around $40,000 to $50,000, $60,000 a year, and that would be at best as a people. So how do you feed a family of 2, 3, 4, 5 people, right? If you look at our communities, you have Popeyes, Church's Chicken, Burger Kings, McDonald's. But then if you go to high affluent communities, you begin to see Whole Foods. Why? Because the economic development is much higher, right? They don't put these really nice places in places where people have lower incomes. So in African American communities, we're more prone to eat processed foods. Processed foods have no no nutrition. They add fortified vitamins, no enzymes. So it tastes like food, but it's not food. And what happens, the body can't process it, so it stores it as fat. And your cellular system, your mitochondria, your ATP, adenosine triphosphate, gets no energy to develop through the citric acid cycle to go through your body to give you energy. This is why you need a energy drink, which again is high in glucose, to develop high electrons to give you more energy. So to go right back to heart attack, what happens in your heart? You have 4 major arteries. The widowmaker, left anterior descending, is one of the largest arteries that's very challenging to get to. Thus, they have nicknamed it the widowmaker. The left main, left circumflex, right? And so these arteries potentially can have what is named or called lesions in the arteries. So when you begin to have high blood pressure, which doctors give you lisinopril, right? But they don't really get to the root cause of why you have high blood pressure. And so when we begin to look at these little small tears within the arteries, and you have what is called the endothelium, which is on the inside of the arteries, they have a little tear. You don't know it's there, don't know what happens, right? But the body tries to heal it. And when you begin to look at pH level, which we'll be talking in one of the next lectures, is the pH level try to keep a balance of 7, or it begins to heal. So the body excretes calcium from the bones or from the teeth to go in that particular area to heal. Thus, you begin to have heart calcium, because the calcium, and this is not the supplement you take for your calcium, but the body excretes it from the bones and from the teeth and gets into the heart to try to heal and to balance an equilibrium, a homeostasis for the heart. The body's trying to heal itself, but what happens is a person begins to have blockages in the heart over time. And this is never checked. You get stress tests, echocardiogram, nuclear stress tests, but these tests do not measure blockages in the heart. So your doctor says you have a heart of a 25-year-old. And the reality is, you could be on your way to having a massive heart attack. 80% of people in the country would have a massive heart attack with no signs and symptoms, especially black women or women in general, because they're very in tune with their bodies. However, doctors will say, oh, it's just your time of the month. Oh, you're just emotional. But in reality, women lead the country in massive heart attacks. I would recommend a CT calcium score, and I would go back to regenerating the cellular system. A good cell feeds good tissue. Tissues generate a great heart. And stay in good relationship. And the best relationship you can be in is a good relationship with God. This is Dr. Stephen Fennell. Give me a call, the #1 supplement company in the country. Holler back. Tune in for the next lecture. Take care. And if no one ever said they love you, you know I love you here first. God is good all the time. Take care.